Get ready, folks. I don't think you're ready, but you think you're ready, but you're not ready. Get ready. Hey up, folks. What did you reckon to that? That was decent as hell, wasn't it? What do you reckon to that then? I tell you what it is. Basically, I checked my security cameras last night, and lads have been on night shift. And I don't like working night shift, so I normally don't do it. I normally do it. But basically what's happened is I've checked cameras, and have you seen them thrashing engines in shed, making smoke go everywhere? I'm not happy about that, I tell you now. something's going to get done about that, because there's no way I'm having them revving engines like that for no reason. Did you see how smoky it was, though? It was absolutely crackers, that, wasn't it? I tell you what, though, you don't see smoke like that in many places, do you? You don't, though, do you? Seriously. I think what we're going to do today is I'm going to show you my wagon loads. We've been building a few more bits and pieces, printing a few more bits and pieces off, and basically I've got some sexy wagon loads, and honestly the next level, I say the next level, but to be fair they're probably more like average, but it's alright, isn't it? It doesn't matter. I'll tell you what else I'm going to do on this video. We've got another fostering loco work to get out at box, so something to look forward to. In the meantime, get that coal train stopped, and we're going to get old Caval Ep66 on the run. He's doing lower loop, and he's doing these nice fancy printed wagons that I've done. First two are ones I've printed. There's still one to get finished, and as you can see, we've got a bit of a delivery on. Basically, this train now is just massive, and it's delivering all these building supplies. So we've got some big massive oil containers, and as you can see, loads of these metal frames. I've printed loads off. I haven't printed them, we've manufactured them in the warehouse, welded them together and that. So we've got some yellow, some blue, and just to mess with people's OCDs, look, I've put some wrong way around to others, so that's a bit mean of me, isn't it? And also I've mixed colours up a little bit higgledy-piggledy, and I've just basically done it to just be a bit of a bugger. Half of these wagons have been sat in siding all year and pretty much all last year, but now it's come out because he's going for a big delivery. We're not sure where he's going yet, but he's definitely going somewhere. He's got a load of wire up, he's got some stuff under that tarpaulin, and he's got some ballast at back just in case they want some of that as well. So we're going to get it all tucked round and hopefully get it delivered. And as you can see, it's buttery smooth as he's driving as well. It's just steady away, so that should be nice. I tell you what, no, just on a side note, I've had a couple of haters these last couple of days, you know, probably last week. I've had some madman from Donny's show weren't happy with me, and he went a bit mad. And then I've had some other crazy people like moaning at how they don't want to watch my videos, but if you don't want to watch my videos, don't watch it. It's as simple as that, isn't it? I mean, no one forces people to click on a video, and if you don't like it, don't like it. Stick to watching Extreme Knitting Championships or something like that if that's what you need to do, but don't start pestering me with rude words and gestures. It's not fair, is it? I ain't asked for that. Drivel, that's what one of them said, drivel. Tell you what, your drivel's not got smoke coming out of your shed though, has it? Because mine's super decent smoke shed. Anyway, that's enough of that. Look, these barrels haven't shifted since last episode, but look how slow that Caval can crawl. Look. It's just creeping around like a spider, look, just creeping about, scaring people. Yeah, I've not got to the bottom of who ordered all these barrels. It's next level nightmare. As you can see, I've been running 31 round, pulling that cleaning wagon, but it's disconnected. That's the only thing I've found with that cleaning wagon, you know, because it's basically the 3D printed, and the 3D printed with filament printers, so it's not got the hook on the coupling, it's got like the hook part, and basically it doesn't seem to get on with this 37. I think they had a bit of a falling out, so 37's like, well, if you're not going to get towed properly, sod you, and he's uncoupled him, and anyway, he's run around on his own, but it's alright in a minute, because he starts pushing him round, and then they met friends, so that's all alright. And look who's come out to play. Look, while I was just waffling on, we've got old green Freightliner 66. So what I thought we'd do is we'd have a little bit of a zoom in. We'll have a look at this these wagon loads as it's going past a little bit closer so you can see. Because I think now, that full train now, that's looking really nice now. It's got all kinds of bits and pieces in it. For ages it's been running around pretty much empty. And now it's looking well. I've still left odd one like that one there empty, but most of them now have got some stuff in, and it's looking alright, so I'm well happy with that. One thing I might do for them 3D printed wagons, you can buy like a reamer for wheel bearings. I might buy this little tool from DCC Concepts. It's about a tenner, and I think it just carves bearing hole out a little bit better. Makes wheels spin a bit more freer, because they're not the freest spinning wheels, bear in mind it's printed, Like a bachmann one, you can push it and it'll roll down track. These probably won't roll very far at all before they stop. It's kind of like they've semi-got brakes on. But it'll still pull round all day, as you can see. It's not a problem. But I might just do that just to make it best it can, and then at least I know where we're at for any future ones I do. Hey, and while we're on subject about future ones I do, just take a look at this and see what you think to these. Done some shiny red ones, look. What do you think to them? They're alright, aren't they? Shiny. They ain't got wheels on at the minute, but look at that. You didn't know that were coming, did you? Look, the little tiny ones. Old Double O Dave's printed out some little N-gauge ones. Look, I've done 4 of them. Basically, they're going to Wayne Atkinson as a bit of a thank you for fostering service that I'm running at the minute, where I've got Oliver's expensive locos and he's not got anything off me. So now I can say he's got 4 N-gauge printed wagons worth about £2, and I've got his £2,000 worth of locos. So thanks, Wayne. They'll be coming to you very shortly. I tell you what, they've printed out all right, and for all I've done is shrunk file down. It's not an N-gauge model. I've just shrunk it down to N-gauge size, and it's just worked. Even ladder detail. I think it'll be a bit fragile, that ladder. Like if you look at it too hard, it'll probably break, but that's all right, isn't it? And I tell you another thing. After I got this Freightliner out at box, I didn't even realise I had 4 Freightliner wagons. I'd not even noticed that they were Freightliner when I bought them, because I just went on the mad flat container wagon buying spree at one point, didn't I? And I just didn't really know what I was buying. I just grabbed out. And yeah, these are them. And they go well with that, don't they? Oh, I'll tell you what else I've done and all. You're not going to even believe this. You know, in my last video I said basically I need to not buy any more locos and I'm going to get some wagons. Well, I was talking to my financial advisor, Wayne Atkinson, and he basically sent me a link from accurascale basically saying that they had 15 of this particular model left in stock. So I had a quick look and it was actually only 14. And why she still stood there like that with no kit on, looking all foxy against that post? We need to get rid of her. Security, just have a word with her, will you? So yeah, I saw these 14, then I started having mild panic attacks thinking, well, they're going to sell out and I'm going to be without one. And so basically I pulled trigger on one. I didn't even mean to, and before I knew it I'd pulled trigger on this accurascale 31. So I've got one of them coming, and then I thought afterwards, I could have bought a Cavalex 60 with that money. So it's kind of put me in a bit of a dilemma, because it was, you know, when you panic and you feel like you're against the wall and you just don't know what to do, so you have a bit of a mild panic attack. That's basically what I did, and just started pulling trigger. I just had an itchy trigger finger, and I just had to shoot on it, and I don't know if I'm regretting it now, but I'm sure when it comes and it looks nice and shiny. And funnily enough, it's the one that I had on pre-order like last year, where I ended up getting Monk on thinking this is taking forever, and I cancelled it in a rage one day, and I've ended up buying it anyway, so that's all right, isn't it? I'm hoping that Richard bungs me something in box, you know, like as a bit of an extra, as a bit of a like, here you go, pal, kind of extra. I think he probably will this time. I mean, how many hints can you give a person? So yeah, this is a nice shot, isn't it? Look, coming across here in helicopter and just sees that sweeping sneaky green train, whilst also capturing that MGR wagon at the top, MGR train even going round. So yeah, I quite like that. Hey, I'll tell you what I've been thinking and all. I'm nowhere near 3,000 subscribers. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, you know, when I get to 3,000, I think I'm going to have to run a mini competition where I'm going to give some stuff away. I know I mentioned it in my last video and someone said do a competition, and look, you can see him pushing him around, he's loving it. And look at that container I've printed out. I've hollowed it out on computer, basically chopped bottom off, and it fits on. I mean, it's a little bit warped, I'll not lie to you, because I've chopped bottom off it and not put any support in it. Went a little bit wonky donkey, but it looks all right, and it covers what it covers a load of nonsense if it's on that container cleaning wagon even. So I don't think it looks too bad. It looks better than it does without it on, I think. Although I've done it black and kind of regretting that now, so I might spray over it a different colour, because you can't really see much on it black. But we'll see. I haven't decided really, if I'm honest. Anyway, getting back to what we're on about, yeah, I think if I get, it's another 500 and odd subscribers away, but I think when I get to 3,000, I'll probably run a bit of a little competition and give a few bits and bobs away. I'll do a Liberty Junction special t-shirt, special edition, and I'll give a few 3D print bits away, maybe do a wagon or something like that. And it'll only be a load of nonsense, won't it? It'll only be a load of garbage, but at least it shows a bit of appreciation, and it cost me a few quid to post it out to you. You could basically, if you want t-shirt, you could basically wear it to model railway shows and pretend that you're Double O Dave. Basically trick people and do all kinds of activities where I just don't speak unless you can replicate my voice. And yeah, everyone will be loving that, won't they, if they're into it. If they're not into it, you might just end up getting yourself a load of earache off someone, but it is what it is, isn't it? It goes with territory, I suppose. It's just an idea anyway, to be fair. It might not happen yet, because I might never get to 3,000, might I? But I hope I do. It ticks up every few weeks. Just a bit of an update with cleaning wagon. Shortly after I ran this Freightliner around with his Freightliner carriages, looking all suave, I stuck cleaning wagon up back of it, and to be fair, it liked that 66 better than it liked that 31. Coupling felt better and it didn't disconnect once, so that's all 4 loops have now been cleaned with, and it's picked up some right crap off at lines, so yeah, it's quite good. I've not done any little sidings and bits and pieces like that, but I think it'll be alright. I don't think there's any major need to do them. Just main loops are alright. I did notice this Freightliner were running a little bit questionable until I cleaned line, and then it cleaned itself right up, so they're decent them. I'd recommend them. I mean, they're not cheapest at 40 quid, but it certainly saves me a lot of hassle. I mean, if I'm cleaning this track properly, I have to lift massive sections of scenery away. Oh, actually, folks, now might be a good time to tell you about Annie's Cafe's Family Fun Day that's happening next week. Hang on a minute, Sally, if I just said it was free, what's going on there? It's not free. I'm not doing it for note, you know. Absolutely no chance. Anyway, yeah, folks, yeah, it's going to be a decent day. We're going to clear off all these containers. We're going to have bouncy castles and all sorts of stuff. It's going to be absolutely decent. So bring your family, bring your kids. There's going to be a colourful climbing tower as well for kids. It should be good. So we're just preparing that now. So I'll see you there. I'll tell you what, he's got a fancy shirt on, that bloke, anyway, with green dots. Did you see what he was saying? I didn't pick up on it. I noticed he was having a bit of a conversation with the other guy. I've never seen them two before. Have you seen them before? This is a nice zoomy out little shot that I don't show very often. I don't show it very often. I quite like it. It's kind of spoilt a little bit by 2 rafters that were there, but you won't see them because I've basically painted them up like camouflage. And how I got that idea, basically, my old house, I didn't really like I didn't like brickwork, so I painted that up like camouflage. But then I lost it, you know, because I'd done such a good job and I couldn't find it, so I basically had to buy a new house, which will kind of a costly mistake. So I've only done it with rafters in this one, so it should be alright. Only thing with these, because you can't see them anymore, sometimes I bump my head on them and that hurts, but it's all acceptable pain. It goes away eventually. But look at this Caval X56 here. Look how slow that's going there, just with its long, lengthy train. Absolutely loves that viaduct, does that Caval X, and these 2 little train spotter lads love him too. I'll tell you what, and all on a bit of a side note, I think you're about to experience a 4 trains running shot, and I know that's not kind of levels I normally run at, but it's still nice to see, isn't it? 4 trains running shot and a bit of a camping scene. It doesn't get much better than that. So what do you reckon to that smoky intro anyway? Were it good? Were it as good as I thought it was? Because I thought it was well decent. It's just a shame it's limited to that shed, isn't it? And I bet you have to use it in dark as well. I bet it don't work in daylight. Do you bet it don't work in daylight? I do too. I've seen a few of them Bachmann Scenecraft depot sheds, and I didn't even know it were a feature that they could do that, but obviously it's when I put that DCC chip in it, and then I just didn't realise it wouldn't function, so that's good, isn't it? But yeah, it might only work at night time, mightn't it? Anyway, what about this fun day coming along? It's going to be good, isn't it? Are you excited? I am. And there you go, look, 4 trains running. I know one of them's solo and one of them's just got a track cleaning wagon, but it don't look like it, does it? It looks like a nice grotty black container wagon, a bit like a PFA. In fact, what I might do is I might shove them PFAs on the end of that and make it a little short container wagon train. It'll be alright, that. But it can clean as it goes, and it can look nice as well instead of looking a bit odd. My God, how long's this clip taking? I'm running out of things to say in my brain. I'm going to let you into a bit of a secret now. You know that coal train at the top? Well, it's not deliberately stopped there. It's because that Class 58, it doesn't particularly like that upper point. I don't know if power's gone on it or it needs a bit of a clean-up, but if I run it too slow over that, it's stalled. It's good to have a bit of honesty and integrity, though, isn't it, when it comes to my videos? I mean, otherwise people would think it's any old kind of nonsense. Anyway, let's have a look. I think we've got area prepared, and as you can see, we've even got mini owners club coming for that day as well, so it's going to be really good. It's going to be well worth coming. Bring your family, bring your grandparents and everyone. And there's that tower for kids to climb, look, made out of colourful boxes. Ladderman's just up there now checking it out with Drunk Man. I don't know how he's got up there. He's quite unsteady on his feet, so he's done well. So if he can get up there, all the kids will be able to get up there. I think we'll have to set a minimum age of 3 years, though. We can't have anyone younger than that. They might get the same dirt. We'll see you there. Anyway, we're just going to shut shop now. I think we're just going to get this 37 moved out of the shed because I'm going to take him round to the depot because he needs some more oil putting in him. And we've got 4,500 litres around there, as you know. Hey, I tell you what, and all them 4 men in high-vis jackets, have you noticed they've managed to move that length of rail from one side of rails to other? It's took them all year to do that. So next 5 years, I reckon it'll be gone, that piece of rail. They've done well, haven't they? What's going on here, then? I tell you what, I'm starting to suspect black magic, are you? Because that's just next level. It's not even night time, it's not even right building, so what's going on? I can tell you now what's going on. Liberty Junction's moving on up. It's either that or one of Ladderman's mates has decided to smoke a bag of static grass. I'll have to let you decide, folks. Anyway, we're at the end of the video, so if you liked it, give us a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you need to give us a thumbs up because you don't get smoked without a thumbs up, dear. I'll see you next time, folks. Cheers, nice one. Don't forget to get your tickets for this family fun day. See you later, bye. You're still here, folks. You're watching that smoke, aren't you? You're wondering if it's computer generated or AI or real deal. I'm going to have to leave you wondering, aren't I? What's it all about?